Hi and welcome to my channel, and today I am going to show you how to make tomato soup for our American friends out there, and I do have some American friends. It's tomato soup time. But for our Brits it's tomato soup, and that's what it's going to be. So I know a lot of you out there are locked down and maybe are finding it difficult to know what to prepare food wise, and soup's a good idea because stuff like tomatoes and vegetables you can't really keep for too long, but if you make soup out of odd things like tomatoes, then of course you can freeze the soup and keep it much longer. So what I intend to do today is show you my recipe and how I make tomato soup. I know it's not going to be the only way to make tomato soup, and I guess there are people out there that can make tomato soup better than I can. I thank my friend Pat for giving me this initial recipe. She's been great in giving me these soup ideas. So what I'm going to do is show you the ingredients first. Anybody can do this. I mean, if I can cook, if I can make a soup, then anybody can make a soup. That's a fact. And these things that go into the soup are usually things that you've got in your larder anyway. But we'll go through what I'm going to put in the soup. So let's have a look at the ingredients.
So I've just shown you it's going to be 2 tomatoes, quite large ones these. I mean, this isn't an exact kind of recipe as far as the ingredients are concerned. You could use 3 or you could use 1 of those big beef tomatoes. So, but I'm using 2 of these types of tomato. Today we've got some tomato puree, we have 1 carrot, we have a sweet potato here. I'm going to use a sweet potato, but you could use a normal potato. The reason I use these is because I'm diabetic. These are a bit better for me. There's less carbs. So sweet potato, 1 onion, doesn't have to be a red onion, could be any old onion, but this is quite a large one. A small one will do fine, but we're going to use a red one in this recipe today. 2 stock cubes. So one of these are Knorr ones. One of these is a chicken one, and one is a vegetable stock cube, and we're going to use both of these together. Some double cream, or you could use single cream, or you could even use some milk. This is going to be cream of tomato soup, so that's why we're adding in some dairy later on. You need a measuring jug, of course, and this is a litre jug, so we're going to use that, and a tin of tomatoes. So chopped tomatoes in a tin, we're going to use those. And I wanted to use some basil. I've got that on my recipe, but I haven't got any basil.
No basil, so I'm going to have to use some either garlic. I might put garlic in there, a little bit of garlic, and some mixed herbs. So that's about it, apart from the water, of course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop those ingredients up, and then I'm going to get back to you.
So I've chopped the ingredients up. I'm not usually able to use a knife. I'm not allowed in this household to use a knife, but someone's not in at the moment, so I've been able to use this. So here's all my ingredients: my carrots, my tomatoes, my sweet potato and my onions. I've got my can of tomatoes there, and oh, I forgot to say at the beginning that you're going to have to use at the end of the process one of these whizzy whiz things for blitzing. So you really do need that. You're going to have to use some sort of food processor or whizzy whiz thing. Again, I'm not really allowed to use things like that. I'm likely to chop my fingers off, but there you go. So anyway, the next stage is to put our 2 stock cubes into a jug and add the water. Now these Knorr cubes, they dissolve better if you crumble them up first. So as I say at the beginning, we have a chicken and we have a vegetable one here, and they both go in together. And to make things easier, I've got a hot kettle here full of water. We're going to mix that up. So this is making about 1 litre of stock, or 1.5 pints. I mean, it's not an exact science, and I may well add some more water in later on. Just finding a spoon, and I'm going to give that a mix up now. It doesn't have to be fully mixed up, but we're going to now pour that into a pan. We've got a pan here, and that goes in, and yes, all the stock cubes have also got in, and I'm going to put that on the heat. Let's just shove the camera over slightly so you can see that pan going away there, and into the pan we can now shove all of our vegetables all at once, all going in. Now, as I said earlier, this isn't an exact recipe. It's my recipe. It's the one I use.
But it is the best recipe. That's what you got to think about. This is the best tomato soup you are going to taste.
So, but if you know any better, if you know of any changes that you might make to this recipe,
then just leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you might add into a tomato soup, and well, I'll have a look at it next time maybe. So we've put all of our veg in here. Let's change this over slightly. There you go. And we're going to add into the pan now the tin of tomatoes. Tomatoes, Americans, it's tomatoes. So all of those in. How easy is this? I mean, an idiot could be doing this. An idiot. So, a can of tomatoes, and I'm going to put the puree in as well. And that's largely all of our ingredients have gone in the pan. The heat's on. It's not boiling away yet, but it will be soon. So I'm going to let that boil away for 15 minutes because all of those root vegetables have got to cook through. So 15 minutes. Okay guys, go and have a cup of tea and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, bye for now.
Hi, I'm back. It's been 15 minutes. It's been boiling away. Can you see that redness there in the pan?
That redness there is the tomato soup. and it's really red and it's really looking good. I'm gonna add in now some mixed herbs, just a little bit. Oh, and by the way, the puree, dessert spoonful, that's what I put in. So not too much mixed herbs, but a little bit. As I said earlier, I would have rather have put some basil in. That really does set it off. If you've got some basil, then put that in. But I can't find it. So it's had 15 minutes and it's boiling away and it's ready to be blitzed. Oh, and I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking seasoning, aren't you? Well, the stock cubes have got quite a bit of salt in, so you don't need to add any salt to this. And as far as pepper's concerned, well, just leave it until you dish it up for yourself or other people. Everybody's got their own take on how much salt and pepper to put in. Just add it when you eat it. Yeah, you know, just don't put it in the pan. It might spoil it. Okay, so next stage is to blitz it up. And this is going to be noisy. It's going to be noisy. I'm going to show you. I'm probably going to turn the sound off actually as I do this. But you'll see that everything turns just really to tomato soup. So let's go with that. Taking it off the heat, switching the heat off for a little while, moving it over. Can you see
that now? Yeah, you can see that now. You've got a good view now of the soup as it calms down. Now I'm going to blitz it with this, and what I usually do is tip the pan so that the contents, the hard contents, start to roll down into one part of the pan at the bottom, and that's where I put the blitzer. So let's go with this and hope it doesn't go everywhere. Give it a bit of a stir around, make sure it's all blitzed basically. I think that's it, so let's take that out and I'll give it a stir around, make sure that it's all turned to soup. Now this is going to make about 5 or 6 servings, so quite a bit, and probably turns out at 20p a serving, something like that. Not very much money. You're going to save a lot of money. And it's all down to me basically, isn't it? So you're going to get fed up if you're going to have this every day. But as I said, what you can do is you can freeze some of it, and it's easy peasy to freeze. You just need some small containers to freeze this soup, and individual portion ones I'd recommend. So let's taste the soup. Okay, here we go. There we go. You see that? Yeah. Oh, that's great, but it just needs one more ingredient, and you know what it is, don't you? Some cream. Now you don't have to add this if you don't want to, but I like cream of tomato. Just a splash in there.
to empty the whole pot in and a stir around. Just like Mother used to make. No, she never did actually. Right, that's changed the colour subtly to the soup. It's a little bit more orangey now than it was. Adding the cream just does something. And another taste. I can't stop tasting this stuff. I'm so damn clever. That is perfect. You will not taste anything better than that. Now, go and make your own, okay? And let me know how you get on. And maybe I'll be back again and show you how I make another soup, maybe. Who knows? Okay, that's it for now. See you soon. Take care of yourself. Keep clean. Keep safe. Keep indoors. Okay? Bye.